In today's matchup, we have Onibaba versus Hakuja. Starting out with Onibaba, this kaiju is a Category 2, standing at around 188 feet, 57 meters, and Hakuja is a Category 4 kaiju that is standing at 170 feet, 52 meters. Now, one of the reasons I picked this matchup is because it looked like a cool matchup with how they're both armored kaijus, and they were both similar in that aspect. And I know a lot of people are probably going to think this isn't a fair matchup because it's a Category 2 versus a Category 4, but as I just stated, Onibaba actually has a height advantage. Now, Hakuja is obviously a kaiju that is on all fours, so that's why Hakuja is shorter for the most part, but this matchup has got to be at least somewhat close if Onibaba already has a height advantage. Hakuja, as I just stated, is usually on all fours, and Hakuja's main method of attack is the ability to burrow down in the ground. Hakuja will burrow down in the ground and go to wherever he needs to go in order to try to ambush whatever he's trying to attack. Hakuja will burrow down in the ground and attempt to ambush whatever he's trying to ambush. In the Pacific Rim Uprising movie, he attempted to do this to Bracer Phoenix. Bracer Phoenix ended up seeing him, but you get to see his ability and what he was trying to do. Now, Onibaba walks around on four legs and has two very deadly claws. These claws, obviously this kaiju is very reminiscent of a crab, and these two claws, each of them can crush up to 50,000 pounds per square inch, and if that is true, that is very impressive, and any kaiju or Jaeger will definitely want to stay clear of these claws. Another attacking method for Hakuja is the tail. The tail of Hakuja is a spiked tail that is very deadly and can actually penetrate the armor of even the toughest Jaegers. Now, this is something we didn't get to see in the movie, but it is still a feature, and it could be very useful against another kaiju. And the very interesting thing about these kaijus, and I know both of them are very similar to Raijin, but they're very similar because they're both armored kaijus, and that's why a lot of these weapons, I just don't know how effective they would actually be. Like the tail of Hakuja against Onibaba, or Unibaba's claws against Hakuja. I don't know how effective they would actually be, just because of how armored these kaijus are. They're really armored up, unlike a lot of kaijus we've seen in these movies. Otachi and Slattern and even Strikethorn just aren't as armored. That's why I just don't know how effective a lot of these attack moves will be, and that's why I think this fight will be a very tough, drawn-out fight. Now, as far as looking at their feats, Onibaba, basically in the first Pacific Rim movie, you just see a flashback about how he's chasing Mako through the streets of Tokyo, and there's really not much coin there. Onibaba gets taken down by a Mark I Jaeger piloted by Stacker Pentecost. Now, while it seems bad to be taken down by a Mark I, when it's Stacker Pentecost, it's really not as bad because he's one of the most experienced people in the Pacific Rim universe. He is just such a good pilot. He's one of the best characters in the Pacific Rim universe. He's so experienced, and he knows exactly what's going on. He has so much experience, and so getting taken down by him really isn't that bad. It doesn't really look as bad. If it was any other pilot, it would look pretty bad. But the other surprising scene we got to see with Onibaba was actually in Pacific Rim Uprising, when two of the younger pilots are training, and they're in the training compod, and they are in the Titan Redeemer Jaeger fighting Onibaba. And they make one mistake, and Onibaba basically destroys them. Now, I guess that might be true with basically every kaiju, that if you make a mistake, it can be fatal. But it shows how deadly this Category 2 kaiju can be. Titan Redeemer makes one mistake, and they're done for, so that shows that Onibaba is very deadly. And as far as Hakuja's feats go, Hakuja was able to take so much damage in the movie, just going over some of the stuff that happened. Saber Athena sliced the underside of Hakuja, the exposed spot, and then Guardian Bravo used the arc whip to smash Hakuja back into a building, actually twice, once on his back, and then once in the underside, and slammed him into a building. And Hakuja was also able to take the vortex cannons from Bracer Phoenix. So Hakuja is a very durable kaiju, was able to take a lot of damage from a huge variety of weapons, was able to take so much damage, and the armor is really shown here because of all the damage he's able to take. Hakuja is a very tough kaiju, and being able to take that many hits and still be perfectly fine means he's a pretty serious kaiju. So as far as who I think would win this battle, obviously Hakuja has two categories up on Onibaba, but Onibaba actually has the size, the height. Hakuja is bigger in length than in height, but Onibaba does have the height advantage. Hakuja is much faster, and the burrowing technique would be very effective. The burrowing technique would be very effective against Onibaba since he is pretty slow, but the crushing power of the claws makes Onibaba very formidable. But I do think Hakuja has better weaponry and is tougher, and I feel the armor on Hakuja would be very difficult to deal with. But the same is with Onibaba, with the armor that he has. So this would be a very tough matchup, and it would be very hard fought because of all this armor that these kaijus have. But I feel the burrowing technique will be way too much to deal with. Hakuja will just be way too fast. And if Onibaba could land a hit with those insanely powerful claws, I do think he could possibly win. But I have to give this win to Hakuja just because of how fast he is, and Hakuja would definitely get the win in this fight. But as always, let me know down below who you think will win in this fight. Let me know if you thought this fight was fair or if it wasn't fair at all. Make sure you let me know down below, and thanks for watching.